I kind of want to talk about cool Christianity and just what it is, and why it sucks and why it just bothers me in general, just as a whole. I would best describe cool Christianity as just trying to appear cool or just be accepted by society, while also trying to stand like in good standing with God, or just keep your relationship with Christ as well. And I kind of want to talk about why it just kind of bothers me, mainly because of just my own experience of it and just realizing how ridiculous it is, and why I don't like it. Cool Christianity essentially is just having your foot in both doors. It's trying to appeal to the world as this cool and really relatable person, but also trying to be a Christian and God-fearing and righteous, and it's just not a thing. Like it's not supposed to be. It's not possible. And I just need to like talk about that just for a moment, because I see it a lot, and I at one point was trying to attempt to be this cool Christian as well. So that's why I generally want to talk about it, because I know it's an issue and it drives me insane. You see, this is the best way to put it. First of all, the Bible talks about how as Christians we're meant to be set apart from the world, right? Not a part of the world. We are set apart. We are the light of the world. We are the salt of the earth, right? Because we have this understanding of who we are in Christ. We see the world for what it is, as well as we can. The truth of it. We know that we're not battling with flesh and blood, but of spirits, we get these things, or at least we're supposed to. And I want to preface with it, I'm not trying to condemn anybody. I'm not judging anyone. And I'm definitely not saying I have it all together. My relationship with God isn't any better than anybody else's. There are obviously areas I need to improve, but I'm just talking about this from a Christian to another Christian. So yeah, just wanted to preface with that. But I know that there were times in my life where I was trying so hard to be still accepted by people while attempting to keep a relationship with Christ. But what would happen in these situations is God would ultimately take the back burner and people would be in the front. I would prioritize how people felt about me instead of how Christ felt about me. And that's not good. You're lacking what you need with Christ. And I've noticed that there was a time in my life when I was really trying to do that so hard. I was trying so hard to be understanding of other people, to seem cool with other people. And I'm sorry I'm talking so fast. It's just there's so much to say. And also this is the third time I'm filming this video. But I really also want to mention the fact that there is nothing wrong with trying to understand everybody. That is a good thing. I think as Christians, a lot of us get so caught up in being in our own bubble that we don't try to understand people who are different from us. We don't try to empathize with other people, but you should. People are people. Everybody is a human being. You should treat every human being as a human being, You should have respect for people. You may not agree with that person's views, but you should respect them as a human being. You should love them because they are still a human being. And you shouldn't judge somebody either. Now, that's a thing. You shouldn't judge a person, but you can judge a person's actions. But you shouldn't judge a person because you may not know that person or what they're going through. So I just want to mention that as well. There is nothing wrong with being friends with people who are not Christian. There's nothing wrong with spreading the love of Christ to literally every single individual you possibly know. But when it becomes, when the love turns into you trying to be a part of the world or to blend in, or it becomes you focusing so much on them liking you that you're compromising your morals or you're compromising your faith, that's a problem. And that is where you really need to figure that out, sis. What you're doing is you're feeding your flesh so much that you're depriving your spirit of what it needs. And I know from experience, it's not a great feeling. In college, don't get me wrong, I don't regret any of the friendships I made in college, and I still care about these people, of course. But because in college you're around so many people of so many different backgrounds and different lifestyles, you try to keep the peace, or at least I do, because I'm not a confrontational person. So I would try so hard to keep the peace and be understanding of other people's lifestyles. I wouldn't judge people for what they did or how they talk, because Like I said, don't judge a person, you can judge their actions, but still treat people with respect. And so I did, but the respect I had for people was turning into me trying so hard to be liked by people that I wouldn't say something when something bothered me, or I would laugh along to jokes that I personally wasn't comfortable with. And I think that is compromising. That is no longer you just being Christ-like and spreading love. That is you drifting away from Christ and over to the world. And I really want to just stress this to people. The Bible talks so much about how we are going to be hated in this world because Jesus was hated, right? People don't like what Jesus said, so people are not going to like what we said. People didn't like the way Jesus carried himself, how he talked to people, what he talked about. So people are not going to like us for those very same reasons. And I think you trying so hard to prevent that from happening is just going to lead to destruction. You cannot prevent something that's inevitable. It's going to happen. And I'm sorry this is not uplifting. I'm sorry if it's not encouraging. It's not optimistic, but it's true. One thing I really just also want to, I already changed my clothes. One thing I also really want to mention is that you're not alone. You know, it's not going to be easy, obviously, because there are going to be people who think you're absolutely insane. But that's always going to happen. Like, who cares? But you're not alone. There are going to be, obviously, there are other believers of Christ, there are other warriors for Christ that are there to uplift you and to help you and pray for you. You know, if anything, get a small group, all right? Make some Christian friends and have them to talk to. If you can't make any Christian friends or you don't have any around you, there's no one to really support you, DM me on Instagram, all right? I will happily have a conversation with you. I will happily, pray for you whenever you need me to. I don't mind. I really don't. I just want you to understand that, it's not easy, obviously, and Paul talks about enduring. It's not going to be easy, obviously, and you're going to have to endure a lot, but it's going to be worth it when it's time to finally be chilling in heaven with him, you know what I'm saying? So, no, I'm so serious. If you really don't have one, please reach out to me. It's totally fine. I do not mind. But if you can find other people, find other people. There are other Christians who want to encourage, uplift, and be there with you. You're not alone on this walk. It's not easy, but you're not doing it by yourself either. I would much rather speak the truth and be hated for it than be loved for lying, or be loved for sugarcoating or keeping out certain parts of the Bible. I'm really not down for doing that. I'm at the point where I'm just really tired of doing that. I just don't have that desire anymore, because when I look at how my faith was, how my walk with Christ was in college, I'm not saying it was horrible, but it wasn't as strong as it is now. And I'm working on getting it to be stronger. Every day I work towards growing in my relationship with Christ. And if that means I have to detach from the world, then so be it. And there is a peace that comes with detaching yourself from the world and understanding that God is first priority in the center of your life. You are still living in the world, so obviously you still do things like go to work and school, but I just mean I don't prioritize any of this stuff above Christ. I don't do it. I don't care to do it. I don't care to even prioritize friendships over Christ. I'm not doing that. I used to. I feel like I definitely used to, but I'm just not doing that anymore. And so I don't mean to be so serious in this video, but it's just a very serious topic, especially for me, because I just needed to say it. I'm at the point where I'm just really tired. I've generally lost patience in what I used to do before. I don't want to keep trying to be politically correct in person or in my videos. I don't want to sugarcoat things. I'm not cherry picking things out of the Bible. I'm not doing these things. I'm just not. Because I'm not being genuine with myself, and I'm not being genuine with Christ. So this sounds really first worldy. I was hoping I didn't have to bring social media into this, but I'm going to. Recently, I changed my bio and all of my social media to just Jesus. That simple. And the reason why I did that is just because I want it to be blatantly clear who I stand for, who I believe in, who I follow, who I love. And I've mentioned in a video before how I'm just tired of sugarcoating things. I'm tired of trying to be politically correct. But especially when it comes to Christ or just my faith or my beliefs, I'm not doing that. I'm not sugarcoating anything. I'm not cherry picking things out of the Bible. I'm not doing that. I'm not compromising for anybody. So if this is your first time ever seeing any of my videos or seeing my face, here is a proper introduction. Hi, my name is Ashleyanne. I believe in Jesus Christ. And what that means is I have a relationship with Christ. I believe that God is the creator of the universe, and I'm not compromising my morals or my beliefs for anything or anyone. And that is, in fact, on period. And obviously, I don't say any of this out of hostility. I'm just being firm. And that's really it. I'm just stating it like it is, because I'm just tired. This cool Christianity thing, it's for the birds. It's not for me. Okay, I don't have time to be playing games. I don't have time to play Christian and then be in the world. I don't want to do that. I don't have time for that. I love Jesus too much for that. Jesus has done too much for me for that. I'm not trying to be loved by you and then miss my opportunity to chill with my creator in heaven. I'm not doing. Who would do that? I'm not doing that. I don't care that much. I really don't. So I'm just at that point, and I just wanted to share that. And I don't know. I didn't really offer much advice, but I just really think it's important that you pay attention and look at your relationship with Christ, but look at your relationship with people as well, and just your relationship with the world. And just see where you're placing more of importance. What is being prioritized more? Just pay attention to that, you know? I think I've been trying so hard in my life to not sound crazy. But, I just don't care, you know? Like, I believe God is real. I believe Jesus is God. I believe that he created the universe. And do I sound insane? Probably. But, like I said, I don't care, man. I'm over it. I feel like the day you stop living for other people and the world and learn that your value, it comes from Christ alone, your identity is him alone, that's true freedom. That really is true freedom. And yeah, that's it. Deuces.